Hi everybody, my name is Carrington from Carefree Fitness, and from the poll, you guys really want to know how to travel solo, and so I'm going to try to cut this down to a 5-minute quick video on how I was able to go to LA by myself and have an amazing time. So let's get started. So the first thing I can say is that you need to pick somewhere you know for a fact you're going to have a good time in. I knew that LA was going to have the food, the beaches, the hikes, the mountains, everything that I ever want in a trip, and so I picked out LA. So pick out a city you really like. Second, I would say do your ABCs. A stands for airplane if you're gonna fly somewhere. B stands for bed, so like hotel or Airbnb and stuff like that. And C is for cars or like any kind of transportation you would like to do. So I booked my flight 5 months in advance. So my round trip non-stop ticket only cost me $350. And also, like, booking my flight like that far in advance made me way more committed to actually going on the trip and not copping out kind of deal. So that was important. I did not pick out my Airbnbs until like the week of, which, you know, if I had done it over, I would have maybe picked them a little bit sooner. But the ones I picked were absolutely fabulous. The people were amazing. The prices were really great. I believe that I spent only $375 for 4 nights in LA in Airbnbs, so that was really awesome. And I realized that like if I were to rent a car for those that amount of days, would have cost me about $350 to $400. So instead I decided I just wanted to Uber everywhere, and Ubers are super cheap in that city, so I spent a total of $150 in Ubers to go everywhere from LAX to Pasadena to all the restaurants I want to go to, and from Pasadena over to Santa Monica, Venice Beach area, and then back to LAX. So totally worth just Ubering everywhere. Third, I would say totally make sure you have a budget. I knew that I wanted to be able to have as much money as possible because I didn't want to have to say like, oh, I can't do this because I don't have any money, kind of deal. So I budgeted out about $1,200 for the trip in totality. Literally everything, $1,200. And luckily, I was within budget. I only spent $1,100, so that was pretty awesome. But I definitely had more money in my pocket just in case anything were to happen whatsoever while I was on the trip. I would also say that I did not specifically pick out which excursions I was going to do until like the week of or like the day of, and I think that was beneficial for me because I kind of got to do things on a whim or what I was feeling like doing. I didn't pay for too many things in advance, and I was like, I don't really like, I'm really tired or really fatigued or I don't want to pay an Uber to get to it. So the only thing I did pay in advance, which I got my ticket the week of, was the Eat Drink Vegan Festival. And going to the festival by myself was nerve-wracking at first, but everyone was very friendly, like very friendly. Literally, even to like the celebrities that I met, they were just so nice. And like people just brought me in, so we all were just eating food and having a good time. It wasn't very nerve-wracking after like 20 minutes, to be completely honest with you. And I just ate really well. The biggest thing was that because I went to that festival, I didn't have to go restaurant hopping as much as I thought I was going to have to. So I was killing a lot of birds with one stone doing that. And then I also, throughout the trip, I basically just only ate one really big meal at one really nice restaurant each day, and because it was so much food, I had it for leftovers for the next day, so, or like for later on for dinner. So I didn't even really spend that much money on food. I would say like I spent $50 each day on food, if that. And then I would also say that like I used Eventbrite and Apple Maps, because like if you go on the maps and you click food or you click like bars and stuff, it like pulls up everywhere that's close to you, so that was really helpful for me. And then also like Google's pretty good if you just like hit search for events happening in the area during like whatever date you're going for. But more importantly, like asking any random person like, hey, like where do you think I should go, like before I leave and stuff like that, and they give you all these really great suggestions. So that was really helpful because I mean they're natives, they know what's worth it. I can tell you this, you definitely should skip out on any of the touristy stuff because like I mean we've seen a lot of pictures of it, and I got really lucky. I asked my Uber driver to like drive me down Hollywood Boulevard, so like, and he was like picking other people up because I did an Uber pool, and I got to see like the stars from the car, and I was like, oh, that's not that interesting. I'm glad I didn't get out to like go walk around and see all that stuff, because it wasn't anything like special to me. Might be to other people, it just wasn't special to me. Also, I think about, what else on the trip? Oh, I don't know. I just didn't go out by myself, like at night, because I don't know, I'm a female, but not like to, you know, have anything bad happen to me. So when I got to my second Airbnb, there were some girls there who did want to go out, and so I was able to go out to like one bar while I was there, kind of deal. So that was a lot of fun, and it was just a ball. Like, even go to the beach, I had to like not be nervous when I went on my hike, go to the beach, to restaurants, to ask people to take photos of me. And they were like very more than willing. I think it's just because of the way our society is structured now, that it's not that big of a deal to ask someone to take photos of you. And it was just absolutely great. And then I like made new friends from that, and that like followed me on Instagram or followed me on Snapchat. So that was definitely that was more nerve-wracking than anything else. I will say, my mother, she let me know when I came back from my trip. She was like, I had made peace that you weren't gonna come back. And I was like, why would you say that? Because like it's very nerve-wracking to go by yourself anywhere, especially big cities like that. But I would never trade it for anything in the world. And I can say this: when you go by yourself, you are guaranteed to have a good time, and you can only blame yourself. So like, if I said I'm not gonna go to this museum because I'm tired, okay, that's me blaming myself and not having that experience. I can't say like, as instead of like, if I had friends that went with me so that they didn't want to go, and then I missed out on that experience because I let them kind of dictate my trip, that would really suck. So as much as I would have loved to have had my friends or family join along with me, I will say traveling solo made sure that I had the exact trip that I wanted. I had every intention to eat all the great vegan food, go on hikes, and go to the beach when I went to LA, and that's exactly what I did. And I will totally go on more solo trips by myself, and it was a really big deal for me to grow up and like take charge and be more confident in myself and everything. So I think you all should go on a solo trip. So that is all I have for you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want more tips and stuff like that, just drop it down below in the comment section and I will answer them. So thank you.